Hey everybody, it's Leah. I'm back with another video live on the floor of my room. I initially recorded on my iPad, but for whatever reason, I'm having some storage issues with the iPad, and plus the resolution and image quality is not that great, so recording from my phone camera. But today I want to share some wellness tips on how you can improve and prioritize your health. I was on a roll and then my iPad camera cut out on me due to storage. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. This is second take. So the first wellness tip I want to give is prioritizing sleep. I know we live in a fast-paced society. I know we always have to be on the go, but one of the areas of health that we often take for granted is sleep. We may not think it impacts every area of our lives, but it does, especially our health. Typically, we are supposed to be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. This is the average amount of sleep for adults based on, certain studies. 7 to 9 hours of sleep is the optimal amount we're supposed to be getting. But because we have very hectic lifestyles and schedules, we don't always make time for that. And it's really important. I know some of us that work really crazy schedules, if we're lucky, we may get a power nap in, but for most of us, we're really not. So I beg of you, and I learned this in school about sleep. Like, sleep does wonders. You need to just take a nap. I know your schedule is busy, but find time, to reprioritize things on your schedule. Learn how to say no to certain things and not overcommit yourself, and find time to sleep, because sleep, it restores brain function, helps with memory loss, it helps with, how can I say it, it improves the bodily processes in your body, really. Sleep really literally like revitalizes your body. It re-energizes your body, and you need it to be able to function. If you function on very low amounts of sleep, you will end up delirious. It will impact you later on. So my advice is just schedule time to sleep. And make sure you set an alarm so you know when to wake up, but really get sleep, because at the end of the day, your body will thank you for it. Your body will thank you for it greatly. All right. Wellness tip number 2. Get regular checkups. So you need to keep track of your appointments pertaining to your physical health, whether it be your annual physical, for both men and women, your dental appointments for my ladies, OBGYN, your gynecology appointments. If you have a chronic condition, seeing a specialist, your neurologist, your cardiologist, endocrinologist. So keep up with your scheduled appointments. Do not miss out on certain exams, because having those exams will give the doctor the opportunity to pinpoint if there's any dis-ease or any malfunctions happening in your body. And then it gives you the opportunity as a patient to ask questions and advocate for yourself if you've been experiencing certain conditions that you haven't noticed over time in your body. So please make time to catch up on those exams, because early detection of anything can save your life. It doesn't matter, regardless of whether it's a chronic disease or if it's just something as simple as a paper cut or a headache. Early detection can really save your life. Next thing. Modifying your diet. Number 3, modifying your diet. that kind of ties into the exams and sleep. It all comes together at the end. I'll explain it, how it all comes together. But modifying your diet, if you have certain conditions, it's going to be a no-brainer. You're going to have to switch up what you eat. But even if you don't have a certain condition, even if you're relatively healthy, try to make healthier choices when eating. I know we also live in a fast food culture where, because of our busy lifestyles, we don't always have time to make nutritious meals. We just opt for the McDonald's, the Wendy's, or the Starbucks. And I'm guilty of it too. I love me a good Chick-fil-A sandwich every now and then. When it comes to those types of foods, you're gonna have to eat it in moderation. You can't just eat it all the time. If your diet really consists of eating out all the time, your body's going to suffer for it later. Because a lot of our favorite fast foods and processed foods in general, even in the grocery stores, are packed full of chemicals. I just started to really understand and realize the importance of this year. After, you know, not only doing research, but being educated and informed about these things. The food industry is not what you think it is. To prevent certain diseases, just eating certain healthier foods could literally like reverse, you know, diseases that you could be potentially developing or you've had for years. So eating more healthier food options, whole foods like whole grains, vegetables, fruits, those organic foods will literally reverse whatever conditions you might be dealing with, and it could improve your health and even, how could I say, increase your, allow you to live longer, I should say. So eating more healthier foods. Prioritizing your mental health. Prioritizing your mental health. Just like your physical health, you need to take care of your mental health. Believe it or not, physical health and mental health go hand in hand. If you're not good up here, you're not going to feel great physically here. So we're all going through it. Mental health is a pretty big crisis going on, especially in the US, with high rates of anxiety and depression. Go to therapy. Well, no, I shouldn't say go to therapy because I don't want to sound like I'm mandating it. I'm not. I would suggest, because therapy, you don't have to go if you don't want to. That's up to you. But I would highly recommend going to therapy for dealing with certain issues and traumas or behavioral patterns that you haven't been able to get over and master. Try therapy. Therapy, I'm kind of on and off with it, but I will say with my experience so far, just having someone there to listen to you and offer a non-judgmental view about whatever you're going through, they'll be there to listen and really support you and give you strategies on how to manage those mental health problems that you deal with on a daily basis. Also, taking time for self-care, that ties into prioritizing your mental health. When you take time for yourself, when you invest in yourself properly, this is just beyond a bubble bath and a manicure, although those things are good. Finding ways to really be in tune with yourself. Journaling, prayer, meditation, exercising. That kind of ties into physical health, but that is also a way of prioritizing your mental well-being, because all those activities can boost your mood and it can also improve your quality of life. Another wellness tip, and I kind of mentioned it in the mental health category. Prayer, your spiritual health. I work in a hospital, and one of the areas that I think they're trying to bring to the forefront, and it doesn't get talked about a lot, but it is offered in most hospitals, is your spiritual health services and spiritual health in general. It's often overlooked, and given the times that we're living in, spiritual health is definitely a plus. As a person that just recently rededicated herself back to God, and who's basically a baby Christian now. If you want to find out about my faith journey, I'll link it in the description for you to find out more. But your spiritual health is very important. On this channel, we are going to be talking more about the one true God And for those that don't know, there is only one God. I know there's others that, you know, may believe in other different religions, but here on this channel, we talk about the one true God. There's a God and a Savior that loves you and I, that wants us to have a relationship. And trust me, we're not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Like I said, I'm still a baby Christian. I know I grew up in church, but I'm still trying to figure it out. So there's a God that does love us, though, and that wants the best for us. But given the times that we're living in just in general, it's important to be in touch with the Most High God and our Creator. For those of you that are believers, taking time to, you know, read the Bible, getting involved in different, you know, church activities, taking time to minister to those, not just like with the word, but through your actions as well. I'm taking time to pray, really investing in prayer, because prayer is really a two-way conversation between you and God. But mainly, as the creation, we're supposed to be doing the listening. God is supposed to be doing the talking. Mainly, yes, we're able to send requests to Him, but you know, it can't be a one-sided conversation. God has to be able to speak and say His piece. But yes, spiritual health is very important. It gives your life meaning, gives your life purpose. It keeps you grounded, and it also helps you remember why you were created, and what you are created for. So spiritual health is very important, and it's something that needs to be brought to the forefront. And what I'm glad is that a lot of people, especially during this time, this crazy, hectic election season, a lot of people are talking more about God, and there's a lot more conversations about Jesus, and people are getting saved and filled with the Holy Spirit, and lives are being transformed. So spiritual health is a given. I also want to talk about one more thing, and this kind of tied in with the self-care aspect, but exercising. Exercising will also do you great. Exercising, so taking time to do any type of physical activity, whether it's 30 minutes a day or even 45 minutes a day. I think the statistics is about 30 minutes a day, at least. It could be a little bit more, but you don't want to over-exercise. Joining a gym, a local gym, maybe finding local classes in your community or even online. Exercising goes hand in hand even with your diet. So whatever your exercise plan is, your diet will have to correlate to whatever your fitness goals are. So in my case, I'm trying to get more thick. I'm going to be real. I want to build my muscle. I'm a skinny girl. So for me, strength training, I kind of fell off with that, but typically what I try to do, the way my workout schedule is, usually I try to work out 3 times a week, and I try to space it out because according to my program, as someone wants to put on more weight, I have to have more rest periods. And on top of that, I need, as far as my diet goes, I have to eat more larger portions. More starcher foods like my pastas, and really more protein, really, because that's what I'm trying to get with muscles. Muscles, they are formed from, you know, protein. So in my case, I have to eat more protein, and really more carbs, more portion sizes. Really, I gotta basically snack in between meals as well. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a journey. So obviously, I'm still learning. Sometimes I get it right, other times not. Also in my case, also getting enough sleep, getting enough rest, that also plays a role, at least according to my diet plan, well, my fitness plan for strength training and weight gain. I have to sleep more, I have to basically eat more, and put on more pounds at the gym, basically, and do more resistance training, because the more weight I put on, the more likely I'll get more muscles. But obviously, it is a process, and I'm still learning. I was blessed enough to work with a couple personal trainers who kind of gave me that start and that push and motivation to keep being disciplined. And also I have a plan as well that I tried to follow as well. But yes, you know, it doesn't have to be at the gym either. Like, it could be any physical activity for that matter. If you're athletic, if you play a sport, if you're part of a dance team, cheerleading, soccer, soccer, but it also depends on different seasons of the year. Warmer seasons, you got your soccer and your lacrosse and basketball and tennis. I think cheerleading too. I think cheerleading's all seasons. Colder seasons, you got your football and your ice hockey. But yeah, any type of physical activity, whatever you like to do. I would say yoga, but I learned that yoga is more so associated with the Hinduism. You have to be careful with that, because I had to learn, because for a while I didn't think yoga was harmless, but yoga is basically reserved for religious practices. It's more of a spiritual practice rather than an exercise, and a lot of people don't realize that. So I would really be careful with that. I wouldn't really get into that. I know a lot of people in the Black community are getting more into that, but it's not what you think it is. But any type of exercise, that will also, your body will thank you for that too. But I'm gonna put everything all together. So the main gist that I want you to get from this video is that you need to prioritize getting enough rest. Preferably 7 to 9 hours. If you can't get that in due to your work schedule or your schedule in general, just try to get naps in here and there, however you can. Prioritizing your mental health. Getting regular checkups, staying on top of your checkups, your exams. Taking time for self-care. Not just the painted nails, but, you know, getting involved in deep grounding practices that will help you be in tune with yourself. Prioritizing your spiritual life. And then lastly, modifying your diet. Not modifying your diet. Actually, that's part of it. Modifying your diet, being mindful of what you eat, and then lastly is making sure you get enough exercise. Keep it moving. It doesn't have to even be rigorous exercises. It can even be walking. Simply walking around your neighborhood. But that's neither here nor there. Those are just some wellness tips that I want to share with you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry, the video is like literally 20 minutes long, but hopefully you guys kind of got the gist of what I was saying. So make it an effort to prioritize your health in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because it's very important. Do take care of yourself, especially during these crazy, perilous times that we're living in. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.